Hey guys, welcome to another Top 5 Tech, this time featuring Junkrat. The goal of the series is to teach you something new, so let me know how I did in the comments. Number 1 is that most of you probably included Junkrat in the list of people who can't save themselves once they've fallen off a cliff, but he can. If he acts quick enough, he can have some influence on getting back to the map with his mine, but it is pretty weak. The emphasis you have to have is not on where you throw the mine, or how quickly you activate it, but simply reacting fast enough to reverse the momentum that's knocking you off. Number 2 is a few tricks with the wheel. For one, though this is more of a general tech, the wheel can take health packs if it's been damaged, and this is useful for obvious reasons. One technique that I like to use with the wheel is, if you know enemies are spawning and you're defending a point, ult and drive the wheel around their spawn. This serves a better purpose than killing 1 or 2 people. It keeps the enemies in their spawn as they're waiting for the reel to run out of time because they hear it. The wheel lasts 10 seconds, which is as much as a death timer. This means that by keeping them in spawn, it's a lot like if you killed the entire enemy team and yourself as soon as the tire was available, which is definitely a good trade-off. For the record, you should try to kill them at the end of the ult, but it's pretty unlikely and you shouldn't feel bad because the ult's already served its purpose, so any kills are a bonus. Number 3 is that grenades don't detonate after a period of time. They detonate after a certain amount of bounces. An application of this is, if you're trying to zone off enemies from a certain walkway or point, the better way to do this is to shoot as high as you can, thus increasing the bounce height of the grenades and the amount of time that they're spawned in to zone or damage enemies walking near them. This generally increases your influence on the map, as if Junkrat needed that. Number 4 is more fun than effective, but is still effective. You can bring a basketball with you on certain maps that have enclosed spaces, attach the bear trap to them, and while defending a room, punch it so it moves around sporadically and defends your nest. It is at least more effective than having the trap on the floor, as it's much harder to avoid and could keep squishier characters like Tracer from engaging you at all. It's also 100% reusable. I'm sure there are more maps that are good for taking advantage of this, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Number 5 is a little known fact that Junkrat's ult does less damage if activated in the air than on the ground. This means that against tanks, you definitely want to activate the explosion while you're grounded, as the extra damage could be the difference between their life or death. Alright, well that was my list. I hope you learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe and watch my other videos, and have a good one.